going on? Okay, this is what I'm looking at. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us for our monthly webinar. And this topic is a very salient one. We are so happy that you've been able to join us today. And we're going to kick off straight away. My name is Uwa, and this is my amazing, handsome husband. Let me also say what my name is. Okay. My name is Dele. Okay. Dele, how are you today? I'm fine. Okay. And you? Thank you. Hope you are good. Amazing participants, guests, and beautiful people. How are you? How are you really doing? Thank you so much for joining. Can just and where are you joining from? Yeah. Put these things in the comments. Tell us how you're doing. We're genuinely interested, and tell us where you are joining from. This is So while you're doing that, I'll just go on to introduce who we are, and the things that we do. And my name is, again, once again, is Uwa. My day job, which we usually, that's how we introduce ourselves. It's quite interesting. My day job, I'm a project manager, and then my life job, which is more of my purpose and calling, and where I really find a lot of passion. It's not like I don't find passion in my day job, but where I find a lot of passion and zeal, it's everything family life, from premarital counseling to postmarital to parenting to, the entire value chain. And we operate under the name Udela Family Institute. So I'm going to allow Dele to go on, to tell us what he does for his day job, and then go on to tell us what Udela is all about in more details. In the meantime, I'll be looking out for our comments. I'm waiting to see where we are joining from. Please put in where you are joining us from, and we are joining from. We are streaming from Sheffield, England. So, okay, so please join us where you are joining. Tell us where you are joining us from, and let us know if you can hear me clearly. How is the audio? How is the video? Hope everything is loud and clear, because we are in for a good time. We have such a rich content for you today. Thank you very much. So let me go straight into it. Basically, okay, I think I need to introduce myself. Yes. I'm jumping the gun. Okay, like I said earlier, my name is Dele Agbogun. Let me take a cue from where she stopped. My day job is I work as a lecturer in higher education. But my life job also really is in the family life space and also in the leadership space. Jointly, together, we carry out consultancy services, both to the family industry and also to the businesses and organizations, both individuals and organizations at large. But primarily, when we come within the umbrella of family, we have a vision under the umbrella name of Udela Family Institute, inspiring and empowering families to thrive, creating a stronger community for all. And the mission on how we want to go about this is that we want to empower families to become stronger, not just stronger, but happier in becoming stronger and more functional through workshops, counseling, and also premarital preparation. And we have quite a number of products that we offer. We are into premarital or marital workshops and counseling. We are into parenting coaching and counseling. We are into individual and organizational training programs, like I said earlier on, relationship diagnostic tools and solutions, family systems and governance coaching, and also family leadership consulting. Now, these are our socials. So beyond this webinar, you might want to connect afterward, then we can take conversations also further. So you can connect us all through the social media handles that we are displaying right now. And you may also want to check us on Udela institute.org, and that website speaks more about
what we actually stands for in terms of offering. We just spoke just briefly to touch on the salient part of it. All right. So do you want to give it a go?
Yes, thank you very much. But before we start, I'll quickly like to look at where our beautiful people are joining from. Okay. Faith C is joining from Herefordshire. Thank you, Faith. Tosin Adedoyin from Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you, Tosin. Abiola, all the way from Lagos. How is Lagos? Is it hot or is it raining? Manchester, Neola France, Manchester, or is it Manchester? What should you call it today? Thank you. Thank you. You hear you loud and clear. Thank you. Ivie says, we can hear you loud and clear all the way from Paisley, Scotland. Ooh, the Scottish people. Thank you for joining.
One of these, I think we should wear that skirt-like something and science.
Put in the comments section. What
they attire?
Because they call the skirts. But let's not digress anymore. Okay. Chinwe is joining all the way from Scarborough in North Yorkshire. Thank you so much, Chinwe. Dupe all the way from Blackpool. Thank you, Dupe. Please keep it coming. We want this session to be very engaging, very interactive. We promise you are in for a good time, and we trust that you're going to learn a lot. You're going to relearn. And want to ask questions, please put your questions in the comment section. At every point in time, we are going to be monitoring that and taking that in. And if you feel brave enough, you could put up your hand and we'll allow you to make your own contribution. And it's going to be a very vibrant and interesting session. So today we are looking at something very salient, like I said before, and it is succeeding at home and at work. Yeah. And so we know that success means a lot, means one thing or the other to different people, depending on however you define success, according to your values, according to your vision, ambition, whatever it is. But between your professional life or your business and your personal life, there is, that intersection is becoming increasingly blurred, and people then sometimes begin to struggle with how do they put that divide and ensure that they enjoy, holistic success and harmony between home and career, business, or profession. And so this webinar today is going to focus on sharing with us actionable strategies to empower you, to master your time, conquer stress, enhance your relationships, and generally be that holistic and beautiful person that God has created you to be. And before we go on, I'd like to let you in on a little secret. This webinar is part of our wedding anniversary. Tomorrow is our wedding anniversary, to be 23 years of me being married to this amazing human here.
23.
So please help me celebrate Dele.
I was going to celebrate her as well.
No capping. It's been a beautiful journey. 23 years of being married to him. 26 thereabouts years of knowing
each other,
knowing all together, and the journey has been a beautiful one. He's not giving me stress. He's not.
Are you sure?
Okay. He's not made life difficult for me, and I'm sure I've not made life difficult for him as well.
We just disagree sometimes, which is normal.
Yeah. Okay. So next slide.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with thank you. I see congratulatory messages in the comment section. Thank you so much. Thank you. The God that has made this possible for us will also make your marriage a beautiful one. Nice. And you would enjoy this journey, because in marriage, bliss is possible. Yeah. Okay, it's possible. But let's go back to our slide for today. So we're going to start with this question, and like I said, I really want us to interact and engage. In fact, that will be part of your anniversary gift to me. Okay, your engagement, your interaction, and making this session very engaging. So what is success to you? This is a fun. Something funny, like we're going to go into some more serious. What is success to you? Some people say, this one says, success is
shoes,
loads of shoes. I think I know someone I can put in that category. Ivie, sorry,
you're putting on the spot.
Then They don't say success is having no goals or plans, just chilling, vibe upon vibe.
Okay.
Success is having more money than your wife can spend. Is that true?
Let's go on.
Success is a John Deere tractor with no bank loan. That basically means you've been able to kind of acquire assets. It's a metaphor kind of. Means you've acquired assets and you're not owing. That's not bad. Success is having more beer than friends. So can I come to you, my beautiful audience? What is success to you? Please put in the comment section, okay? And I'm going to read out your what success is to you. I'm waiting. Thank you, Chinwe. Thank you, Chinwe. Please put in what is success to you. What does it mean? One phrase.
One can be making me happy.
Okay, my success is to make you happy.
Yeah, helping me to be the best version of myself. I think that could also be another one.
And so that should also be your own success then.
Yeah, it's both ways.
Yes. Let me see if anybody. Okay, Faithy says success is a state of fulfillment, not necessarily money. No, this one don't worry. They can get insight from this, but this is
Can't plagiarize it.
no, I have intellectual integrity. Yeah. No, they won't.
Don't mind me, but just keep it.
So I say success is achieving something you set out to do, regardless how big or small it is. Thank you. Please keep it coming. But we'll move on. And once I see any other definition of success, I would then come back and read it. Okay. Now, for us here, in the context from which we are speaking today and engaging with us today, we have said that success is a highly personal concept because it's what means a lot to you may mean nothing to the other person.
Yeah, it could be relative.
Yes. So success is means different things to different people. Yeah. So why it's usually commonly associated with you achieving set out goals and objectives or meeting those lofty dreams and ambitions. It is very, very, very relative. But really, if you are defining holistic success, I mean, Faith mentioned something. She's, I think it's Faith. Let me go back to. She said, success is a state of fulfillment, not necessarily money.
Yeah.
Yes, and our slide here is also making some reference to that. That success is relative, but it encompasses a lot of things. It encompasses personal fulfillment, meaningful relationships, positive impact, general well-being, health. There's a saying that says health is wealth. So for some people, when they're able to achieve health in their bodies and their mind, that could be success to them.
Yeah.
For some, it could be, I want to have millions and millions of pounds in my account. For some, you want to attain a certain degree or get a certain job or set up businesses. Or for a hundred of us, it's an accumulation of a number of things. But really, success is personal, and it is about living your life, in a way that feels meaningful and rewarding, to you, as long as you have defined it. Next slide. As we go on, we also want to bring, again to our attention that there is a strong interconnectivity between success. We're talking to context: succeeding at home and succeeding at work. Home refers in this context to your family, and work refers to maybe your business, your career, your profession. And we have said, myself and Dele have said that there's a strong connectivity, and I'm sure you would agree with me, with us, that there's a strong connectivity between how much you succeed in the workplace and how well your home is. And if you flip that around, you could also say that there's also a strong connectivity between how well you are doing at home in relative to how well you are doing at work. So if I quickly breeze through this slide, it says that the connection between work and family success is a powerful two-way street, which I have explained, where experiences in one domain directly spill over into the other. Absolutely. So when work life is stressful or demanding, it can drain energy. You will all agree with me. And drain your energy, drain your patience, and that's when you see, we parents, becoming very cranky, not being patient with our spouses or our children or our relatives that live with us, and leading to conflict and disengagement at home. And if you flip the other way around, supportive and fulfilling family life provides a crucial and emotional buffer, boosting well-being and resilience, which can then positively impact work performance. So it's a two-way street.
Yeah. So let me say something here.
Yes.
So it's actually, that's why we say succeeding at home and at work. So we're trying to maintain that balance.
Exactly.
And also we want to correct a notion, because there's a narrative that says you can't maintain a balance, you actually work on management. And both views are saying the same thing, but balance in this context is being able to know what to do part time and being able to prioritize, so that one does not negatively impact the other.
Yes.
And the other also, you are not totally focused on it to the detriment of the other one. So living a balanced life means harmoniously distributing energy and time across various aspects of life to maintain overall, that is the key word there, overall well-being. It involves finding a sense of equilibrium, that's a balance between work, relationships, personal health, and other meaningful activities. So you see that this even goes beyond just husband and wife. You can be single in this room now. This is applicable across board. Personal, between work, relationships, personal health, and other meaningful activities.
Yeah.
It is not about spending equal time on each aspect, but rather ensuring that no single area dominates to the detriment of the others, which I've just said earlier on. So if you look at that figure that we have on the screen there, at the center, we say living a balanced life. And this just to showcase and tell us that we have a lot of things going on in our lives. As in the area of spirituality, in the area of health, in the area of relationships, work, finance, fun, even more than what we have displayed here. But so how are we able to maintain a position where none suffer because of the other? And that's why we are having this today. And it's good to also put it out there about the need to understand the importance of creating this balance. Now, holistic well-being in terms of reduced stress, improved physical health, enhanced mental clarity, and resilience, that those are components that can help to ensure that we're having holistic well-being. Now, once I'm done, and if you have one or two things, you can also chip in that. Now, we're looking at the second point here in terms of enhanced performance and productivity. We are not looking at performance and productivity only at work. We want a situation where this can be achieved in both instances.
And these are the inputs why we need to create that balance.
We really need to create that balance, because it's going to increase, it leads to increased focus, engagement. It leads to high job satisfaction and retention. She mentioned something earlier on that resonates clearly with that. There's more creativity and innovation. Now, if we move further, one of the importance as well is that, it tends to give us that stronger relationships and personal fulfillment. And it is important because there's strong sense of purpose and accomplishment. There's growth and identity. There's no identity crisis. You are not trying to identify with who you are not. So there's that sense of purpose and accomplishment. There's growth and identity. There's ability to nurture relationships. And also, it is important because there's a need to maintain financial stability and security. Because if you don't strike a balance, one will hurt the other, and avoidable expenses can be made, which could have possibly be channeled to something that can be more productive and helpful for the individual or for the home at large. Then, of course, it's important because it has positive impact on the society. You cannot give what you don't have. And therefore, the extent to which this balances out, we tell in the way that will reflect in the society. Like we always say, whatever you see in the society can be traced back to families and also traced back to individuals living in such a society. Now, let's do a quick exercise. Let's do a quick exercise and get your pen, get your paper, or open your notes in your phone. Or if you are using your phone and you don't have any other thing around you, then you might just want to, how do you say now? Get something at this point in time, but we want to do something here. I'll run through these 10 questions quickly. It's simple. We want you to be able to identify with each of these, whether how applicable it is, to what degree is this applicable to you. One is the least, one is never, two is rarely, that means it hardly happens. Three is sometimes, almost 50-50, or maybe 40-60. Then four is often, is higher than average. Then always, you can always tell that this is how it always happens. So let me go on with number one. Number one, when I am with my family, please, let me say this. There's no right or wrong answers to this. Neither is there a grading of a fail or a distinction in this regard. It's a gauge. The more honest you are, the better it will be. Don't respond based on what you intend to be or how you want it pictured. Respond based on the current reality. Okay? So I just need to clear that so that when you're responding, you are as accurate as possible. Now, number one, when I am with my family, I am mentally present and not preoccupied with work-related thoughts. So just think, now in those boxes, just put, if it's never, just know it's going to be one. If it's rarely, you are going to put two. If it's sometimes, you're going to put three. If it is often, you're going to put four. If it's always, you're going to put five. And at the end, you are going to sum up these numbers. Now, secondly, I have enough energy at the end of the work day to engage in family activities and personal interests. When you get home, do you have enough time to engage in family activities and personal interests? How well does this relate to you? Is it never, or is it rarely? Is it sometimes? Is it often, or is it always? Number three, I can set and maintain clear boundaries between my work hours and my personal time. Is it never, rarely, sometimes, often, always? I feel I have sufficient flexibility and control over my work schedule to accommodate important family needs in terms of child's appointment, family emergency. You know how which particular one is related.
Family social events.
Social events. That can be, is it never? Is it rarely? Is it sometimes? Is it often? Is it always? If you're picking always, it's 5. If you're picking often, it's 4. Accordingly, just follow it accordingly like that. Then number 5? Yes, I can attend important family events and milestones without feeling guilty or penalized by my work. So just put the one that most resonates with you, that represent who you are. Number 6, I am able to complete my work task during work hours without feeling that my family responsibilities are causing me to fall behind. So just be as honest and sincere as possible. Number 7, my sleep quality and duration are not negatively affected by work-related stress or a need to catch up on tasks late at night. How is this related to you? Mark the number there. Then number 8, I feel comfortable discussing my need for work-life balance with my manager and colleagues. How is that related to you? Put the appropriate number in the appropriate column. Then my relationships with my partner, children, and or close family members feel strong and connected. How true is this in your situation? So to what degree represent that? Then number 10, overall, I feel satisfied and optimistic about the way my work and family life fit together. And you really say that. Is it never? Is it rarely? Is it sometimes? Is it often? Or is it always? Or is it always? Now,
Okay, should I go back?
Yes, just
Okay.
stay there. And
Okay.
now, please, can you sum them up together for those 10 questions?
Like, so, like, how many nevers, how many rarely, how many sometimes? Are we here? It's hard.
Yeah, no. The thing is, whichever number you put, you add those numbers because it's one number per column, per row rather. So just add those numbers together. Just add those numbers
Give
together.
example. So, do like it. So is it like for here for question one?
For question, let's say for number one, you ticked 1. For number 2, you ticked 4. For number 3, you ticked. So for 1 and 2 now, that means you are adding 1 to 4, making it 5.
Okay.
Because you have a maximum of 50 to achieve when you add it. Just imagine you have 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 in all the columns. At the end, you are going to have a total of 50. So that's it. So whatever you are scoring yourself,
Simple arithmetic.
yes, just arithmetic. Whatever number you have added, add them from up down. So whatever the total is, let me just quickly give. I'll try to drop this in the chat room so that you can use that after the program to be able to reflect more on it. But let me just read the interpretation of this out to you. For whoever has a total between 40 and 50, you have healthy balance. If the range of the total is between 40 and 50, there's a healthy balance. You have a strong sense of control and fulfillment in both areas of your life. Your strategies are effective and your current situation is likely sustainable and positive. That's between the range of 40 to 50. For the range of 30 to 39.
I thought you said they should put scores first.
Oh, that's true. If you don't mind, can you please just drop your total? Yes. If you don't mind. Let's have our total in so that we can have a fair idea of what we have. If you've done your total.
Please drop your total. Let's see.
Oh, some of us still, some of us don't like calculation.
Like me.
Like you. Some of us, we need to go back to school because we're making us to go back to secondary school now to be adding figures. It's like literacy, numeracy.
It's true, that's what they call it. Okay, Abiola has 30.
30. Okay, thank you. Thank you,
Abiola.
So
let's keep it coming.
Let's have more. Don't worry, you can just take your phone and use calculator and punch it.
Because that's what I will use.
We have 30. Can we have more?
Can we have more? Can we have more? Can we have more? Can you hear us, please? Can we have some Neola? Thank you, 30.
30. Okay, we're having a tie here.
Nice. Great. Can we have more, please? Hope people can hear us.
I believe.
Like, please, let there be engagement. Please put put those total and put comments and questions, please. So we have 2 people.
Okay. We have 28.
28. Thank you.
28. Thank you.
28.
Let's have 2 or 3 more. Then we'll move on. We have 2 30s, 2 28s now. So we have another 28. That's good. Let's have 1 or 2 more. Then we'll move on. All right. So I think I can just move on. Let's move on.
When if I say anyone, I'll let you. Yes.
So between the range of 40 to 50 was what I just read out. You are in that category of healthy balance. The next category is between 30. Wow, I can see 43 there.
Amazing.
The next category is between the range of 30 to 39. And this one talks about mild imbalance, which means you are above average. You say the imbalance is mild and therefore it's a good thing, but definitely there's room to improve. And to just summarize for 30 to 39 range, he said you are managing, but there are clear areas of friction. You may often feel stressed or that one area of your life is taking too much from the other. Pay close attention to your lower scoring questions to identify where to focus your efforts. Now, for 20 to 29, it said there's a significant imbalance. Like we said, the level, the extent to which you are able to respond the way it is for in your situation, the way you're able to respond to it is the way the way it will tend towards accuracy. The more, no, I don't want to use the word honest now. The closer it is with the true representation, then the better the true representation. So between 20 to 29, it says significant imbalance. You are likely feeling overwhelmed and that your work and personal life are in constant conflicts. It said this level of imbalance is often unsustainable and can lead to burnout or relationship strain. It is crucial to address the problem areas. Now, it gives you an idea where those areas are. Then the last category is between 10 and 19. The last category is between 10 and 19. And that says your current situation is causing significant distress to your well-being, health, and relationships. Urgent and intentional changes are needed to regain control and create a healthier lifestyle. These are some of the things that we use, but we feel strongly that we feel, and it's the word I've used now, we want to ensure that we put it out there and for people to have an idea to gauge where they are at this start point in time.
Yeah.
But there are deeper ways we now go out in this, because when we have this result, then that's when we have a session with such an individual that has serious imbalance, then we go into other variables that narrow down to the root cause, then we're able to deal with it accordingly. All right, so thank you. So
is this me?
because it's of yes.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much. Yes, we have another 39. That's great. Thank you. So just let's keep going. 35. Very good. I know that a lot of people put in a lot of efforts to try to achieve balance, but then again, some situations can come. Some people that may have 40, whatever. Tomorrow, something may come to shake that balance. So there's that constant need to juggle. But let's quickly take a look at what are some of the things that causes...
if you don't mind for 1 minute, let me just say, with what you said, something came to mind.
Okay.
We need to understand something, that when it happens once in a while, it's expected because disagreements are inevitable. So, but it's when it becomes consistent. If that thing now becomes consistent over time and it's not creating a problem, that's when it becomes a concern.
Okay.
So that's just what I want to put.
Yeah. So let's quickly take a look at what causes some of these imbalance. Why is it that sometimes we seem to put a lot more priority in one aspect of our life, and some other aspects, don't seem to get the attention they require. One of the things we've said here is there's probably a lack of personal or professional vision, and you're not able to prioritize. Sometimes we take in a lot, want to do so many things at the same time, so there's no streamlined vision to say, at this point in time, I want to achieve this, and we focus on that. Then the energy is dissipated in different direction, and then the other part is there are bloodlines between modern work system these days. A lot of us work from home. I work from home, and I'll be very honest with you, sometimes I'm a victim of this, because there's no more distinction between closing time and when work starts. Okay, because my work is living inside my house, so I can start working as soon as I wake up, and I read Bible and I jump on my laptop, and I could be there till 10 p.m. because I probably have one deadline that is chasing me, or I'm chasing the deadline. I mean, something is chasing something. So the globalization, competition, because not like what we used to say, the world has become a global village.
Yeah.
Then different time zones. I know I have friends who they are here in the UK, the company they're working with are probably headquartered in America or Canada or somewhere with a very, very divergent time zone. So when they're supposed to be sleeping, or maybe their family members are sleeping, they are working.
Yeah.
And that, can cause that imbalance,
Yeah.
And then sometimes when we give into societal pressure or cultural pressure, the man is supposed to provide, women are superpower, women can multitask, women can do this. And because we want to live up to such, expectations of pressure, it will take on things. And those people that juggle, it's all of us that have the skill. By the time you take on too many things to juggle, if I had a ball, I would have demonstrated it. Maybe the best.
Can you demonstrate?
Anyway, best I can do is juggle balls at the same time. I mean, if I can use that as symbolic, to juggle two balls at the same time, but by maybe like 4 balls, add 4, add 2 more, making 4. No, there's no way some of them will drop. So imagine those balls, if they're like eggs and they represent different aspects of your life.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to juggle your spiritual life, you're trying to juggle your financial life, trying to juggle family, and the expectation is that everything should be robust at the same time. One would then drop, and you can imagine when an egg drops. Even cooked egg, when it drops on a hard surface, it still shatters, not talk of raw egg. So if you kind of if you put that analogy in mind, you see that societal expectations, pressure doesn't help to help us create that balance that we desire in our lives. So I've talked about gender expectations as well. The woman should do this, the man should do this. I mean, all those things, just help to put in pressure, and a lot of us struggle at the end of the day. And then, because again we are talking about succeeding at work and at home, there's also organizational challenges as well. It's not every organization that have work flexibility. Some organizations, I'm not going to call names, they will insist that you come to work Monday to Friday, even if you can achieve things from home. Some they are more flexible. Some are more flexible. They'll say, okay, work from home. But such organizational rigidity in policies, it doesn't help our ability to balance, the different aspects of our lives. Especially if you have to travel, long distance. In a place like Lagos, you're traveling from mainland to the island to work. I remember when we were still back home in Lagos then. For those, we weren't working at the island, but those who were working in the island, I remember some people have to leave home 5 a.m. And it means that if they have to leave home 5 a.m., it means they probably have to wake up like 4 a.m. thereabouts to get ready.
Sometimes comes back like 10 p.m.
Exactly. And sometimes it's organization is leadership. Some leadership they are not very mindful of employees' welfare. These are some of the things a lot of us deal with that, then bring in, imbalance, poor organizational structure, lack of resources. Some people are doing 3 people's job. I'm sure you can relate. Please put in the comment section, if you can relate to what I'm saying. Some of us are doing 3 people's job and being paid for one role, because the organization don't have enough resources, to do those jobs. And again, there's a recession here, there's inflation, there's this. You just, okay, let me manage the job. Like, have you really sat down to weigh the cost of you being in that job that's, draining so much from you? And then the other part is, personal factors. Some of us, we don't have the ability and skills to set boundaries. Some of us have some very, strong ambition. Before the age of 20, I want to be a billionaire in pounds. Before the age of 20, I want to own a Fortune 500 company. Before the age of this, I want to get married and have all my children. Some of us are so driven. And so we focus so much on in achieving those ambitions, to the detriment of other very vital parts, e.g. our health, e.g. vital relationship with family. Okay? And then what else again? With some of us, we have poor time management skills, and all these things, affect us, and then bring in imbalance in the way we live our lives. I'm sure you can agree with me. Please, if you think this have been well articulated and they kind of represent some of our reality, can you put in the comment section? Let's hear how true it is. What are the things that you currently you are grappling with in a bid to succeed both at home and at work? What are the things? Do you have to travel, commute to work very long distances? Are you dealing currently with an unreasonable line manager? Is your organizational structure very unfriendly to family welfare, or to I mean, a whole lot? So please put in the comment section. We want to hear from you.
Yeah.
And then the next slide here now, we are going to look at this strategy. We are aiming to conclude this whole session by 8:30.
Yeah.
So because we have said it's a 1 hour 30-minute session. So please stay with us. Okay. So can I please get some responses in the comment section? Or if you'd like to say something, we'll give you the floor, to contribute. So now let's look at strategies, to achieve success at home and at work. Okay, great. So we want to look at, what personal strategies first, and we'll also be sharing, some of the things we have had to do, to get to where we are now. I would say that at this point in time, God has really helped us to maintain balance. But before we got our children are grown, to be honest. So all of us are not in the same phase of life.
Yeah.
But I know that when our children were younger, we struggled too with a lot of these things.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll be sharing some of the things that we did, because part of what we said in our invitation flyer was, things that have helped us in our 23 years, of being married and building a family. So the first one is, we want to talk about strategies that have to do with you, because it is you as a person first. It is you incorporated, you as a brand, you as a personality. And so the first strategy here is do a self-assessment and identify areas of imbalance. Now you will see why we wanted you to do, that assessment we did earlier on, because if you don't carry out some diagnosis and see where the issues are, you will not be able to, proffer solution, and so that has been done. Then I would say be very open and honest, and say, what are the areas, like I said, what areas are you, okay, someone said, sorry, mine is 38, fantastic, that's fine. Baby says, please, I'm not done with this slide, I just joined. Okay, Baby, can you see the screen that we are sharing? Can you see our slide? We're sharing the slide on the screen. Okay, let's go on.
Yes, I can see it. It's not this slide. It was the one where they were doing the calculation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do
It's
you want
okay.
us to pick?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe
You wanted
after I will just find a way to. I wanted to do the calculation too. I think I just joined. I got to just number 3 before it was taken up.
Oh.
Okay. Do you mind if we, after the session, then we'll just take you back and you do it quickly?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. I will appreciate that.
Yeah, that's great. So please, can we have comments in the section, in the comment section, please? We've done, assessment. What areas do you think you are currently, struggling with? Just name one. Or we've talked about some organizational challenges that brings imbalance, talking about personal things. So what I've not done, no.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to go back here? Okay, great.
So that I can see them.
Yes. So let's go on. Let's go on. So because I'm mindful of time. Great. So after we've done assessment now. So the next thing we are recommending is to set goals and create your vision board. If you don't know where you are going, or you don't have even a vision of what you want to achieve, it will be difficult to get there or achieve that vision.
Or even know you are making progress.
Exactly. You can't measure.
Basis for measurement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So to achieve success both at home and at work, things within your control is, after doing your self-assessment, then set goals and have a vision board, put those pictures that inspire you. This is who I want to be, or this is who I want to model, after. These are my role models, or this, put that the building, whatever it is, write the check, put them, all those things together, and let them begin to go into it, because the things you see daily end up, going into your life. Once you begin to see them and internalize them, it's a matter of time. Of course, you have to marry action with your vision. So set your goals and create your vision board. Then we also say that you need a mindset realignment on what success means. Okay. Some of us, some of the things that brings imbalance is our definition or what we think success is. Some of us think success is, having lots of money. And I really can't blame people who think that way, because money seems to drive a lot of things these days. The person with the money, is the person that controls the narrative, because they have access to, wider media. If you have money, you can buy a TV station and you just need to churn out nonsense, that buttresses your beliefs. So, okay. So, but we need to personally do a realignment to know that success, like we said earlier on, is not just, doing well in one area. It is a compilation of different areas.
Yeah.
You may have loads of money in the bank, but are you able to sleep? Are you psychologically, emotionally, are you well? I know of somebody who had access to everything material, but the person was not okay psychologically. The person was always, having to, have need for mental health support. Okay, so it's not all about money. Do a mind reevaluation. Do change your mindset. So success is a compilation of a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
And then the other thing we also want to, share with us here is, master boundary setting. I mean, this is one of the key areas to succeed as a person, succeed both at home and at work. You have to master boundary setting. You have to, in terms of, how you spend your time, how you spend your money, how the people you relate with, because association matters a lot. My mom used to tell us that and she would say, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. You need to set boundaries in a whole lot of, areas, and say, after work hours, I'm not going to do this, set boundaries. After this, I'm not going to do this. In terms of family life, this is what I'm going to do with my family. My weekends is for me and my family. I'm not going to allow work to encroach. Again, some of these things may not be entirely realistic, depending on the industry we are in.
And the nature of your role.
And the nature of your role, exactly. But we need to be realistic. That's why we have to do that assessment and then, set goals. Be mindful of the industry you're in and realistically, set those boundaries.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think centrally, when you have that vision, when you have that big picture, that I don't want my family to suffer, and I don't also want to drop the ball in my professional life. I don't want to, because I signed a contract when I was taken for that role. And therefore, if I'm at work, I should be able to deliver, or else I should be sacked.
Yeah.
At the same time, I have the mind that my family is important to me. That so it's not as easy as we're saying it, and that's why we felt so compelled that we need to talk about this thing. So what I would say is, depending on the dynamics of your kind of job, sometimes we can't rule out the fact that you might not do it when you are home, but when you are doing it at home is what is important. But sometimes I have to just, when I get there, I say, what, no, it is about family time. Now, even though there are some pending things. Now, what I now do is I can wake up very early before every other person will now wake up to get that thing done, or I can stay late into the night, so that, because I want other things to be done, if we have a time schedule for the family the following day to go out and do something. So it all depends. It's dynamic, and it's not one heart fits all role here. So that's why we're looking at the balance the way it's supposed to be, considering all variables around them, and see how one is done to the detriment of the other.
Yeah. So some of us, we have to set boundaries to protect our family. I know as Africans, I mean, a lot of us largely here are Africans. Thank you, Keke. I just said comment by Faith. Being intentional about more outings with the family, fantastic. Thank you, Faith, for being honest, which I have intentionally booked more days in August for vacation.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up for you, Faith. Yes, family first before work. Absolutely. That's no. So So I was saying, before I saw Faith's comment that some of us have to set boundaries. I've seen situations where some family members will come into your family space. Not that we are not hospitable. As Africans, we are very hospitable. But family members will come in, and some of them, insult the wife of the man. And as a man, you need to set boundary that nobody is going to insult my wife. As a woman, you also need to set boundary. I say, you can't come into my home and insult my husband. Okay. I mean, if you can have that picture, that vision, then you should, set boundaries. Some of us, we need to set boundaries as to how long we want to work. Again, we are being realistic. If you bring work home, like Dele said, how long do you want to keep working? Okay. Some of us, we need to set boundary in terms of our health. How many gallons? I don't know how to use bottle. How many gallons of fizzy drinks have we taken in a week?
Just to
Set boundary. Because we want to keep energy. One of your colleagues then in your former place of work that they live on energy drink.
Yeah.
I'm not monster. Monster. In fact, the name used to scare me.
Yeah.
Somebody on
Because
energy
they
drink.
need it to remain at that level.
Yes.
Ultimately, it's not good.
Sustainable, it's not healthy for your system. So you need to set boundary for your health. How do I want to prioritize my health? Do I want to, so for example, let me use myself as an example. I said we're going to be using ourselves. Recently, I've had to engage a fitness coach because I needed to set that boundary for my health, my physical well-being, because I was doing yo-yo. I will start exercise today, tomorrow I will not continue. Today continue, tomorrow I'll not continue. And I know that I needed that accountability and I had to put that in place. So ask yourself now, as we are having this conversation, where do you need to set boundary? Okay, you can note that down. And the next thing is, when you've done that, another thing is prioritize and delegate. We are not omniscient and omnipotent. We're not all powerful and everywhere. You cannot clone yourself and be all over the whole place. So there are certain things you cannot do. Prioritize, please, and delegate. Okay. Delegate at work. Ask for help if you need to. Yeah. At work, I ask for help. There are certain things I work in the IT space. There are certain things I don't understand. And I'm not ashamed to say I don't know. It's not a crime if I don't know. It's only be a crime if I don't, stretch to say, let me know so that I can deliver more on my job. So I ask for help. I prioritize and I ask, for help and delegate. It's my colleague. I have a business analyst who I work with, who is a fantastic, colleague. And please, can you help me with this? And if he's able to, fine. As long as the job gets done. Our fellow Nigerians say that there's no trophy for suffer head. Okay. And prioritize, yeah. The next one here says self-care, no negotiable. Self-care, no negotiable. Please, good food so that your body can get the necessary fuel and nutrients to function as it should. Adequate rest, no negotiable. Again, we are being realistic. Sometimes your work, would demand that you put in more than what you normally do. But when it's becoming too much and it's telling on your health, take a step back. Can I be honest with you guys? One of the things I have noticed when I started working, one of the things I noticed is my colleagues who are not Africans, they don't joke with their holidays
at all.
The first thing I noticed was it looks like this was always going on holiday. I just open my laptop to send email and just see what do I get out of office notification. See, we need to, I know our culture, hardworking, resilience, but we need to reevaluate our work ethics. Some of the things we imported, from Nigeria, Africa as a whole, down here, yes, we are hardworking, we are driven, we are this, we are that, but continue that cycle. Is it really healthy for us? We need to put a break, I say if it's becoming too stressful, put a break. So when I just started, Melanie coming joining our one-to-one. One of the questions in my monthly one-to-one is, when is your next scheduled rest? The first time she asked me, when we're still in Nigeria, then we will gather our leave so that can be plenty, maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks, so we can use it to travel. People will come to the UK then, or go to Dubai, or go to wherever it is that we can afford to go for holiday, so it can be long. Yeah, I noticed that that's not what they do, at least in my own industry and my organization. That's not what they do. So every month she'll be asking me, when is your next holiday or your next rest? When is it built into the calendar? And I'm looking at her as in, say, hey, I will tell her I'm trying to firm up with my husband so that when we take holiday, it can be long. All of us as a family, we can go somewhere. And she say, no, you cannot continue like this. You will break down. At some point in time, you begin to lose focus because you are, taking in so much. Chinwe says, yes, it's true. They work to earn money for adventure and for my sister. Exactly.
As though.
Exactly. So I started prioritizing it. Oh, okay. Is that how they used to? Initially, I used to laugh at this and wow, they don't even like okay. They don't, oh, now I see wisdom in that because when stress is continuous, you keep working, there's no rest, there's no break. I mean, we are not machines now. The body needs a break. So now we put 2 days, city break. 2 years ago, city break, we went to York. Last year, myself and my husband, we went to Liverpool. Just nothing expensive, just to take a break from your brain thinking about work, your body constantly exerting itself because you want to meet deadlines. Those things take their toll.
Yeah.
Self-care, not negotiable.
Yeah. No, it's just to ensure that we break that repetitive cycle.
Yes.
Ensure that we don't allow it to linger for so long. Because at some point, I personally, 2015, because we are both workaholics. We are both workaholics, and it's like we don't know when to stop. 2015, I have the privilege to lead a team that's like a 2000. But I now have this opportunity because I teach leadership related stuff. So I have the opportunity to talk to singles, and they are about almost 1,000.
Now, for this stuff, yeah.
Almost 1,000, and I was speaking, addressing certain aspects of relationship while I was still on that stage with the microphone, and I just got to a point. It's like life just left me, and the last thing I heard was that, Lord, I need strength. By the time I opened my eye, people were gathered around me trying to find me, and
my people, he slumped on the stage. Let's just say it the way it is. He slumped on the stage. Let's start stage. He slumped there.
I learned a bitter lesson there. Gratefully, I came back
to life.
To life. I became conscious. But there are lots of people that something like that happened to, they never came back. And I was asking myself, I sat down, I reflected that time, and I said,
what have happened to me and the
what
children?
happened to my wife and the children? I said, never. So since then, I've been gauging my stress level. I know when it's getting to a certain level, and I know because I'm a workaholic and I'm still a workaholic, so I know when to take the break.
Are you saying with pride? Workaholic. Sorry, continue.
When you have personal, internally driven values that doesn't want things to go bad when it comes to you. That's how you do. You want to go the extreme man to ensure things are done. So, but since then, I've learned my lesson. I've understood my system better and I regulate it. So when it's becoming too much, then I know how to walk around it. Either I sleep more, I eat more. Some of us, please, if you are not eating very well, eat. Because I've also noticed, knowing after reflection, I noticed that if I work hard, I've drained my mental strength so much that if I don't eat properly, by the time I'm coming back home, I'm totally exhausted.
He would be saying his eyes is pulling him inside.
But I now realize that if I take a proper lunch, by the time I'm coming back home, I'll be tired, but not as tired as if I had not taken something reasonable. So that's also a measure, but that is peculiar to me. As we're saying it now, something will be speaking to your mind.
Our bodies always speak.
Yeah. So please take note of that, because there's no gain in living this world before time that could be avoided. Because when you live, there's a whole lot of factors that surround and people and loved ones that surrounds you that just imagine what becomes of them. All right, so let's move on.
Thank you. So invest in continuous learning, financially, career-wise, because one of the things that brings a lot of stress for us is financial strain. So learn how to budget, learn how to invest, cultivate financial habits. I've said that savings, learn how to save. If you are owing debt, here, Africans, they say we always fall into credit card debts. If we are in that situation now, put a repayment plan in place. So let me go. So,
But somebody, there's a weakness
yes,
here in this
and
room now.
my darling, God bless you. She says, I can't forget that day, sir. She was not married, right?
No,
She had not gotten married.
Mm.
Chinwe, that's a really scary experience. Thank God for preservation. Thank you, Chinwe. Help me thank God. So yes, so cultivate financial habits, because financial stress is the huge one on us, you know, as a people. How to budget, you know, put a repayment plan in place if you are owing, and save no matter what. I mean, we're trying to rush to, because this content is so rich. If I were able to think, if we should have 2 sessions, we're going to bring someone who we see who have mastered the art of being able to juggle both a personal life, career, and ministry, and even social enterprise. And she seems to be doing well. But again, because she's also a very busy person, she also have a speaking engagement today.
We are working on it. We might likely have by next month's edition. So please watch out.
So yeah, so build accountability, building accountability with trusted, you know, community or friends. I have people who can call me to order. You're not sleeping well. I mean, this is my first accountability partner.
She's also my first
Yes.
accountability.
One of the things that we do to each other is, you know, at times, you know, that you can collect my phone as if I'm a child. It makes me angry. Maybe when I'm pressing phone too much, I'm always inside Instagram. He will collect it. Baby, sleep, sleep. Some of us, we need to be firm with our partners, okay? And then foster psychological safety. The first time I came in contact with the phrase psychological safety was, I did a training on LinkedIn. I do a lot of LinkedIn training. My organization, you know, have that free space where I can do training on LinkedIn. And I did a training on psychological safety. And I realized that, oh, it sounds like a big word, but it's the things a lot of us are already doing, which simply means, you know, creating that space where people can speak to you honestly, air their minds, and you self can also speak, you know, and talk to people. So it means not creating an atmosphere of fear, and people are safe with you. They feel safe with you to give you feedback, you know, that would help you. These things would help you, you know, to succeed both at work and in the workplace, and be disciplined and accountable. See, we can't stress that, you know, discipline. For someone like me who has always been fighting, you know, oh, I want to slim down, I want to slim down, I want to slim down. Discipline in exercise. The one I know I cannot do by myself, I bring in someone that I'll be accountable to. That's why I got a fitness coach. In terms of food, I'm not loose with food, but sometimes when I'm stressed, the next thing I'm craving is, you know, sugary drink, cold Fanta, cold, because my body is craving for sugar. I'm stressing the body. And what do? We bought juice, a juicing machine, so that I can juice watermelon as a healthy substitute. Okay, so building discipline, building accountability, building a healthier options for your body. And please, last one, don't be ashamed to ask for help. It is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength.
Thank you very much. Because our time is so short now, I might run through this. In terms of, we're talking about strategies. You've seen that the first one talks about the you first, because you cannot give what you don't have. And that's why it's like we spend quite a long time there, because once you get it right from there, then it's easier on other aspects. So in terms of workplace strategies now, we say assess where you are.
Sorry, let me quickly. Joan Bande is here. Thank you so much, my friend. I see you. Life doesn't have part 2. Exactly.
So assess where you are at work and identify workplace stress triggers in terms of maybe sometimes, you know, financial year end, depending on the industry that you work in. So sometimes the financial year end, that might be when is the toughest and where you have the stress the most. Sometimes it's appraisal season. Sometimes it's new management. If you are in education sector, sometimes it's the new academic year. Then there's new management or maybe deadlines or, you know, deadlines talked about, also KPIs. KPIs driven organizations, new season, maybe you enter into a new season, and so on. So assess where you are at work and identify work space. So because the first place to start is that place of awareness. When you identify, then you're able to come up with appropriate and suitable solution to tackle that. Then implement workplace flexibility. Say work from home when you can. Depending on the industry, she mentioned something, some organizations are more flexible than the other. However it goes, implement a workplace flexibility for yourself in such a way that even if you have to go to work every day, so when you are off work, what do you do? So that's where you can bring in the balance of that flexibility.
Yeah.
Be productive. Focus on outcomes and results, not hours. So what is the end goal?
Okay, so you can even change job as well. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bukola.
The said you can change job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, my friend.
I think let me say something about that. I tell people, I said, instead of remaining in that same organization to you, it becomes toxic. And there's nothing you have done as a recommendation that have been taken, and you are meant to do certain thing in a certain way because that is the culture of the organization
And policy.
And policy, if it's impacting on your mental well-being. See, research showed that people have left more paying job to a less paying job.
Yes.
Because of this mental well-being.
We know of one recently.
Yes, aside the fact that some also have a better career progression. So these are things that we really need to look at and ensure that we put into place. Then be productive, focus on outcomes. So look at the end result. Because if you are looking at the hours alone, some situations require longer hours. If you put just time on it, you might be shortchanging yourself.
So people are just busy but not productive.
Yes. Please work smart, don't work hard. There are ways around this, and we are in an age whereby you can leverage technology to make life a whole lot easier. If you leave me to myself, I am in an analog generation, but I could see the benefits that we have, now. But I could see the huge benefits that are in the use of technology, and I'm leveraging on that. I'm not where I'm supposed to be, but I know the little I've done is giving me mileage.
Then I'm helping you too, technology.
Yes, I'm not denying it. That's why she is my perfect, beautiful wife that's always supporting. Now, lead from where you are. Take your holidays, block out your break periods, and go for lunch. I just talked about mine as well. Please be intentional. If you slump today, we don't pray it happen, but if you are no more today, the best would be maybe 1 minute silent, or the best they can give money to your family, and that will be the end. And it is your family that will feel the greatest impact of your loss. But that is not, it's a prayer that we don't pray. We pray that none of that happen to anybody on this call or on whoever will be listening to the recorded version. So invest in professional development. She also touched on that earlier. Leverage on technology. I also spoke about that in my own personal experience. To be more efficient and productive, you can also be more effective. There are AI tools. In fact, I've mentioned this before now. Calendar, turn off notifications.
Can I quickly say something?
All right.
Before I got this job, I didn't know how powerful the calendar is. My company is a Google organization, so we use Google, not Teams from Microsoft. So when I struggle with that a bit because I was more used to Teams, and I see how people will block their calendar. They'll put lunch, no meetings, and if you put meetings, it's automatic decline. See that these are things that people leverage on to protect themselves. And I also have a colleague who, let heaven and earth fall. That lady, she will leave office and must go for lunch outside. She will just go look for one cafe or something. The lunch will not be more than sandwich and coffee or whatever. But she said the walk, the fresh air coming in, helps. And I have learned, I'm using my calendars now. I block my calendar. I put times of reflection. Some days are for reflection. Some days my lunch period is on automatic decline. You cannot put meetings except you put and you now message me and I say, oh, I'm a project manager. I need this stakeholder to have that meeting, and then I'll do it. But I'll reschedule that lunch. So please, let's take advantage of technology and the tools that have been created to really succeed at work and better ourselves.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So foster psychological safety, she's talked much about that. Build healthy workplace relationships and be a team player. Please don't be in silo. Don't isolate yourself. You might not see, if you ask me, I'm an introverted person. I have an introverted nature, and I just want to be all by myself. But because I understand the spirit of teamwork and how it can even be an advantage to you for so I decide that sometimes I don't feel like it, but because I know the importance, I just push myself. And now I like it. Sometimes myself and my colleague we just go out. If somebody's birthday, we just go out. Sometimes it might not even be the birthday. We'll not say, it's been a while. Let's go and detox. So let's just go for lunch. Let's go and buy lunch. I'll just follow them. I don't know so many places, but when they say, okay, it's an opportunity, I go out and I clear my head. By the time I come back, I'm in a better frame of mind. Then ask for help when you need it. It is not a weakness. It's actually not a weakness.
Okay. So is this me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only
So,
days then.
so now because part of what we said we're going to talk about in our flyer, we are full of integrity. So all that we talked about, we put in the flyer, we are delivering. So Chinwe said, I changed jobs 2 years ago for my overall well-being, and it has paid off. Self-awareness is very key. Absolutely,
Thank
Chinwe,
you.
I agree. Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
tips for improving workplace relationships, because apart from you being productive and leveraging on tools, people are our greatest asset, and we need to improve our relationship with people. Okay, so the first one here, we say be professional and reliable. Yeah, if you want to build good workplace relationship, for some people your output is their own input. Yeah, so I work with a team of business analysts, solution architects. The solution architect will need the prioritized requirements that the business analysts have gathered for him to, do a systems recommendation or whatever he needs to do. So imagine if the solution architect is facing deadline, but the business analyst is not doing his part. You become a clog in the wheel of progress, and people will begin to see you as a minus, as a weak link, liability to the team, and it will enhance your workplace relationship. So be true to your word. Yeah, be professional, be reliable, be friendly, and have a positive attitude. Some of us, in my team, I work in IT services. That's what my department is called. And my sub team, we are at times when we are doing our quarterly, iteration planning, we can be the only Black person there. And if I'm not careful, that will kind of just make me want to just stay back and, pull into myself. Because when I just got that job, I'll be very honest with you, I used to struggle with hearing them. Their accent, I will not hear, and they talk so fast. Those are some of the struggles I struggled. And so I will not hear what they are saying. And I'm sure some of us, I know some of us are in Nigeria and that are on this call, but some of us, when we just moved, can you corroborate what I've said? Did you struggle with accent? Did you struggle with, cultural integration? Those are some of the things I struggled with. But it didn't stop me from being my friendly self.
Yeah.
I was friendly. And then I'm not a project manager. I facilitate a lot of calls. And now I'm not thinking back, and some people will say something, other people will smile, and I'll be the last to smile because I don't hear what the person said. When I see the other person, I'll not quickly smile because if I don't smile, it's just a giveaway that I did not hear what the person said.
Wisdom. I still can't hear some of things.
Exactly.
Can I say I can relate?
Sure, my sisters, stop me from being friendly. Some of them, again, when you in a team, you find the arrowhead and you want to make friends with them. So apart from being friendly generally, I definitely became friends with some people who are opinion leaders, who are probably tech team leaders, the dev team. I had to make friends with their team leader so that after meeting, I'll go back and go and meet them. But if I were doing I don't feel I'm really Black. Let me keep to myself. By the time I now needed those help, when I saw that I couldn't hear them and my project wasn't moving forward, nobody will answer me. So those are the things that will, soft skills that will help to build, your success in the workplace. And be collaborative, offer help and ask for help. Yeah. Network within and outside your department, attend team events. When I got my job, some of my friends here that have been here for a long time, they told me, when I have gotten this professional job, they'll be telling you, let's go for a drink. I know you carry your pastor's wife mentality and say, I don't drink alcohol, I'm not going. They say, go for a drink, you will not go. Go, you hear me? One of my aburos, I don't know if she's on this call. He say, Power, you go. As they're drinking the alcohol, drink your non-alcoholic. I say, okay. And guess what? The very first day I resumed on the job, my line manager said, after the introduction, so we're going to go for coffee. Coffee. I don't drink coffee. Your coffee used to give me palpitation, but I didn't tell her this. I don't drink coffee. So, damn coffee, they're like 5 and 6. So I followed her because I just remembered, Ekpeji said this, Kiniko said this said this. Okay. And because I went, do you know that that first meeting was the foundation for the fantastic relationship I enjoy today with my line manager? When I was going to switch visa to skilled worker visa, my line manager, when I told her, he said, "What do you need me to do?" I said, I just need you to be aware because I'm going to speak with HR. He said, I could talk to HR on your behalf. And that was it. I didn't do anything. The next thing I saw, I got an email from HR. Hey, no. My name is Labaja. I'm the one coordinating your skills. Can you tell me how many years you need? Yeah. Good relationship will open doors for you. Be collaborative, okay? Network and within another side of the department. Respect hierarchies. My line manager is one of the most fantastic people I've worked with. That woman is exceptional. But it doesn't mean I see her finish. I can never see her finish.
What meaning of see her finish?
See finish.
What's see finish?
Familiarity.
Okay.
Thank you. I know you wanted me to say see, but familiarity. I will not forget that because she's following me to open it. I will not disrespect her. As fantastic as close as we are in the workplace, I know my hierarchy. I know her hierarchy. Does that mean I have low self-esteem? No. I just know that yes, this is our working relationship. This is our working structure, and that has really and she really appreciates that. Respect hierarchies, respect roles, and respect people. Respect yourself. So that you should set boundaries. So people will not insult you or talk to you anyhow. And then support your superiors, your line manager. Don't be a burden to them, okay? Sometimes I ask my line manager, oh, I see your calendar is so full because you can see people's calendar. Transparency is one of our core objectives here. You see all these things I'm working, I say, oh, your calendar is so full. I can help you do this. Be an asset, not a liability. Okay? Communicate openly, clearly, and constructively. Don't be the one that is always criticizing other people's work. Appreciate people. Because in the place I work, they don't like stress. That's one thing I realized. They don't like stress. Okay. And the one they do, appreciate them. It will put you to build emotional bank, it will feel the emotional bank. I bet this is
The emotional bank account.
Yes, it will put you in a good place. Let me put it that way. Develop a sense of humor. It's not everything. Yeah, racism. They don't like me. In fact, it was a day we went out for a drink. A colleague of ours was leaving for another organization, and so we went out for a celebratory or a send for drink. And my line manager said something. I didn't see the way she said it. Do you know the next day when we had work, she called me, she said, I said something, and I don't want you to misinterpret it the wrong way. It may have come across as being racist. I said I don't see racism because it's what you are looking for that you will see. I don't see racism. Me, I believe wherever I go with God's favor. You must like me because I'm friendly, I'm an asset, I'm not going to be a burden to you. So it's not everything that we interpret in the negative. I know that yes, some people are nasty in the workplace, but don't let it get to you. Some of them, they're just trying to be funny. I know some people, their jokes are really dry. Like
some are annoying.
Like my husband's joke can be really dry.
Hey. I wasn't expecting that. That was unexpected.
Sorry.
That's a bombshell.
But is it like joke is dry? Please put it. Some of our husband, their jokes are really dry.
Or some of wives. Or some of our wives can't be joke.
I won't say anything. But develop a sense of humor. Everything is not that deep. It's not everything that is, they don't like me, it's racism. And then integrate. But also preserve your authenticity. As much as I've integrated so well, with my colleagues. I mean, we are a great team now. I've done 2 years plus there. We are a great team. But I've also preserved my June says British people have the driest jokes and sense of humor. Exactly. But I've also preserved my authenticity. I'm African and I'm proud because I'm not a burden to them. I'm an asset, okay? I'm proud. I've integrated, I've imbibed the admirable work culture that I see. Like I mentioned one earlier about them, being able to put a break to continuous work cycle. But I've preserved my authenticity. Do you know that there was a day I made jollof rice for all my team members. I said I wanted to introduce them to our culture. And one of the ways we express culture is through food. So I made jollof rice, plantain, and chicken.
And they really loved it.
And they loved it.
Yeah.
And they loved it. So let's be our authentic self as much as we also want to integrate.
So I
Fun.
have short time now.
Yes,
One
yes.
one thing I want to say
Yeah,
before
3 minutes.
you said 3 minutes. One thing I want to say is let's have that sense of purpose. Wherever we find ourselves, when you have that sense of purpose and you know exactly where you are headed, you won't experience identity crisis, and there's never going to be any sense of intimidation on you.
Yeah.
And that's the way I operate. Wherever I am, I can talk to anybody. The owner of the educational sector that I work in, if he stands before me, I can bear my mind because I have the way and manner with which I can address that. So let's just own our essence, understand our purpose in life, and just go out and optimize it wherever you go to. Let me run through this. Now, this is the aspect of tips for improving family relationships. Now, we said spend, practice, appreciate, be, resolve, and set. Spend time with loved ones and family members. Practice clear and honest communication. We've touched on practically some of these things earlier. Practice mutual respect and empathy. Everybody deserves respect. We see talk to our children. Even today, we say address an issue. Say whether you are the older one, you are the younger one to the older one deserve respect. Older one to the younger one deserve respect. We as the parent to our children, they deserve respect that they need. So now bring it into the family front. Now that's exactly what we are saying here. Appreciate and value your family's input. Be emotionally available to your loved one. That's why when I come and I know I still have pressure from work and I know that I've not spent that quality time, it might not be in the length or the duration of the number of hours, but within the shortest time that I have, what quality of that time have I spent with my wife, with my children? That's why sometimes we say, you know what, from frequently we try to come together, we call it like snacks party. For a while we've not been able to do that, but we are planning that we
did on
Thursday. Something won't happen on Thursday. That my wife, she's a very fantastic cook. If you need food order, let me just sit down out there. You can order from her. Because she's doing at a business level. She did a fantastic one, and we just had time. We had fun. We had drink, and just it's part of our family values, and that's what we do. So, where am I? Appreciate and value your family's input. Be emotionally available at your loved ones to your loved ones. Then resolve and manage conflicts well, because conflicts are inevitable. Whether we like it or yes, they will come. So it's how we deal with it when they come that is the real deal. Then set boundaries. She's spoken a lot about boundaries. She's spoken a lot about boundaries. Now, before we go into this last session, I just want to say something. One other practical example of our own lives that I think is very necessary that we mention. When back home in Nigeria, before we moved down to the UK, we used to live far away from our workplace. And on different occasions, I think mine twice, yours once, you doze off while you're on the wheel and you just hit the vehicle right in front of you. We looked at it and said, what kind of life is this? At some point, myself and my wife, we not broke down with tears, health-wise. And we asked ourselves, we sat down, we analyzed the money we're actually trying to save, we're actually spending on the fueling, the maintenance. We did the calculation. We just say, you know what, this is just, I don't want to use the word foolishness. It's just ignorance. Because at the end of the day, we now decide to move close to our workplace and also our children's school. So whatever you are doing, make sure if as much as possible, wherever you are working, not to be too far from where you are living and also not to be too far from where your children, you won't know the stress level that you are taking.
That was a turning point.
It was a turning point because back then, in terms of the stress, when we are stressed out, it affects our sex life, it affects our quality time together. Even when we now have the time, both of us are already exhausted. There's no meaningful conversation. We are not having meaningful interaction with our children. Sometimes on the road, we call a phone the person that we adopted as our own daughter will be calling her, you know what, the children have an assignment. Can you help us do this? When she doesn't know, she will call us on the road. We are telling her inside traffic how to help
Ikeja to Ikorodu.
for those that understand that in Nigeria. So we'll now be on the phone, be parenting. By the time we are home, children are sleeping. Most times, if they even manage to wake up like that, before their eyes are clear, we're out of the house the following day. So
our balance was out of balance.
It was, in fact, if we do this assessment that time, I'm very sure it will be the very rock bottom. And I'm very, very sure of that. But that was a game changer.
Yeah.
I felt this is a strong part, is an important part that we actually need to bring. So we say, when you have a good work-life balance, you have more time and energy for the people you love. When you are more present and less stressed, your relationships with your partner, or children, friends, and colleagues get better.
So in conclusion, we say that succeeding at home and at work isn't about perfect balance, but intentional integration. Okay, so we've explored challenges from constant connectivity and financial stress to societal pressure, and how we've talked about setting boundaries, mastering time and energy, optimizing tech use, and all that. So summarily, we are saying that building balance and succeeding both at home and at work is a continuous journey of adaptation and prioritization. That adapt and prioritize your well-being so that it can allow you to be your best self personally and professionally. Thank you so very much. We're going to take questions. So if you have questions, please, John says parenting by phone. If you have questions, please put them in the comment. We'll take them while Dele quickly runs through. You are using me that was supposed to take this.
I can take that. So so we can put it if we can manage to take, because we've gone past our time now by 3 minutes.
Yes.
So, but if we can have one question in, we can take that. And if maybe there's a need for a personal session, we'll be talking. I'll talk about it just from now. You have the numbers there, you have the emails there. Please go visit the website, Udela institute.org. So you will get to understand who we are, the courses that we offer.
You can book for a consultation.
And we actually have those links here. And because what's the next step? Because if you don't take action on what you have actually heard, then there might not be that meaningful shift from where we are to where we're supposed to be. So these are direct links, but if you go to the website,
copy them and put it in the comment.
I think I should just copy it and just put it.
You can stop sharing.
Yeah, I can stop sharing. Then I can do that. So maybe you can just help me go ahead.
Yes. So while he's copying those links and putting in the comment section, thank you so very much. Do you mind if you put on your video so that we can take a screenshot, please? I'm director, sir. Can you help us take a screenshot? Please, could you put on your video so that we can take a screenshot, please? And because we're really happy and proud that you are here. Thank you for joining us. Hope the session has been a good one for you. Please put in the comments, maybe something that has resonated most with you. Some of us know a lot of the things we've said, but they say repetition is a long-lasting impression. Okay. So some of us, some are probably new, some are not so new, some are like reminding us. We're saying thank you so very much. Thank you for joining. And we expect your questions. The links are in the comment section, so please visit our website.
So okay, very nice.
Oh, okay, that's fine. If you had work, that's understandable. Director, when you're taking the thank you. So thank you so very much. We appreciate you. Any question? We have amazing books in our website you could order from. Some of our titles. We have a book on conflict management. We have a book for singles, ready, set, read. We have a book on affirmation, 21 days affirmation for couples. I mean, we have fantastic resources.
There's also the value blueprint.
Yes.
That's the latest edition. But when you visit the website, you will have all those in it. So thank you so much.
Very much.
And maybe in one word, how do you see the session? So that because and I think we intend by the next webinar next month to bring, like she said earlier, so I don't want to forget, that's why I emphasize it. We intend to bring somebody who has actually practiced a varying aspect of her life like that, and she's able to maintain balance, and she's making huge impact. We spoke, if not that the program clashed with another one, she would have been speaking at this meeting now, but we'll make sure that we'll try as much as possible to see if we can get her in next time. But please be on the lookout. If you know, it's very informative. If you know, thank you, exciting, enlightening.
Yes.
We want to encourage by the next one, once you start having the information, you can share in your network, let as many people as possible be in this room, because we really need to push this thing.
Yes.
We need to bring mental well-being into family life space, but also in our own professional lives.
And that's what God wants for us. God wants us to prosper. You know, as our soul prospers, God wants us to prosper. So, and we desire that you, our dear friends and family and colleagues, depending on whoever you are on the call and our relationship with you, we want you to prosper as well. Like I said, this is one of the activities to mark our 23rd wedding anniversary, which is tomorrow. So we are really happy that you joined us. So tomorrow I'm going to be sharing beautiful pictures. You know that I like pictures. So yeah, thank you once again.
She's a sharer of pictures. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. And please, share the links, engage with us on our social media space. Instagram, we post content every day. YouTube, this session is going to go to our YouTube channel, and we'll share it with us. If you don't mind, we'll just share.
Send it as an email, at least for those that are registered.
Yes, email, and also WhatsApp. A lot of us are friends, that we already have a relationship with, and we share on our WhatsApp as well. So please engage, and thank you very much. Have a beautiful weekend. If you don't have any question, we wish you well and we love you. Thank you so much. So stop recording now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Happy anniversary. So many churches in UK need this. Thank you. Connect us. It's part of these things we do.
Yeah.
In February, we were in church in London where we took, if it was ours, we had like a workshop where they released their couples to us, and we took them on holistic family wellness. We talked about sex, talked about money. I mean, the entire works. It was a very fulfilling session, and we've done same thing for a church in Cambridge.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm doing
Huddersfield.
In Huddersfield. You have been to Manchester. It's all over UK. It's just because we also have like our day job when we're introducing ourselves earlier, but we are fully into the family life space, and as you can see, we've been 23 years in practice and a whole lot more in learning and, acquiring certifications. So we are your authentic family life coaches. We are very happy to engage with you. If you have couples who are planning to get married, please advise them to sign up for our premarital counseling sessions. It helps to build a solid foundation, to have a successful marriage and family.
And we'll also we'll build a family governance system where you are married, you want things to be way better than the way it is now. Do you have a family vision? Do you have family values? Do you have a family constitution? These are things that will help to build.
Can help you build those things.
So
just engage us.
The same way we consult for families like that, we also help organizations to enhance their efficiency and effectiveness. So there's a whole lot of work, but visit the website, then you get more information. So thank you so much.
Saki says, I came in a bit late. I enjoyed the little part I made. Can we get the recording? Yes, absolutely, bros. You will. It's going to be on our YouTube channel. So we're going to share the link with everyone who attended today. Thank you so much. I love the feedback. Thank you. Keep them coming. Makes my head to be swelling.
So I can stop recording now.
Yes, please stop recording.